Hey budget gardeners, Vita Loca here. Join me today as I show you how to collect the seeds from a foxglove plant. So let's go. I think foxglove is such a beautiful plant and I think it really deserves a spot in many gardens. I think it's such a nice plant to have because of its height, and also it's just such an interesting plant to look at. There are a lot of beautiful colors out there. Oftentimes you'll find foxglove in pinks and whites and purples. A lot of times you find them in a cottage garden. Very, very beautiful plant. I personally don't have a ton of experience with foxglove. I planted it a couple of years ago using the winter sowing method. And the first year, because it's many times a biennial, all it did was produce leaves and it just got bigger, but it did not bloom that first year. Although last year, which would have been its second year, it bloomed, and boy, did it bloom. It was so gorgeous. Now, I did not plant any in my own yard, but I sold a ton of it in my backyard plant nursery. And also, I gave a bunch of them to my sister in law. And on the screen, what you're looking at are some of the pictures that she took from her yard of the beautiful foxgloves that she got that I started from seed during the winter sowing process. They just look so gorgeous in her yard. What she shared with me was that a whole bunch of them dropped their seeds, and late summer, early fall, she had a whole bunch of foxglove growing. And we're not sure if they're going to bloom next year or the year after. It's going to be a waiting game, and we'll find out and see. But regardless, she should have plenty of plants for herself and plenty more to share, and it'll look just so beautiful in her yard. So what I want to do is talk to you a little bit about what to look for when collecting the seeds from a foxglove plant. Now, first, when the foxglove plant blooms and it looks beautiful, what you need to do is wait. You need to wait until the blossoms go by. After the blossoms go by, on the very tall stalk, the seed pods will form. And the seed pods will be a green color. It's still way too early to collect the seeds from the seed pods. You want to wait until the seed pods are a dark brown color. That's a great time to know that the seeds are ready for collecting. Also, when you start shaking the seed pod, you can hear the seeds rattling inside. And they are teeny tiny seeds. So you want to make sure you have a bag ready to go to collect all those seeds. So what I'm going to do now is take you in for a closer look at some seed pods that I have here that I collected months ago. I have to tell you though, I collected these a while ago, and even though I don't have a video of me collecting the seed pods, you can still at least see what the seed pods look like as well as the seeds. And I plan on sowing these using the winter sowing method again. All right, so come in and let's take a closer look and see what they look like. So what you're looking at are the stalks from the foxglove plant and the seed pods as well. Don't worry, I'll be sure to do a close-up view of what the seed pods look like. But these were collected a while ago, and you can see they've already started dropping a bunch of the seeds, which are down here. And the seeds are I'd call it a brownish to red color. They are super tiny. I have a ton of seeds here, as you can see. And over here are the seed pods. So what you want to do is just remove one seed pod from the stalk. And when you do that, and you just barely move the seed pod in your fingers like this, you're releasing a ton of seeds that way. Now, along with that, I'm also releasing what's known as chaff. And chaff is just non-seed material. It's the plant material. So if you really wanted, you could use a kitchen strainer, and that would separate the seeds from the seed pods slash the chaff that's here. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to use a kitchen strainer or something similar to separate the seeds from the seed pods. So again, this is a kitchen strainer, and I have one small seed pod right here. And if I go like this with the seed pod, you can see, and I've already done it with a few of them, that the shaft is on the top here like this. And when you take the strainer off, I have a bowl underneath the strainer. You can see how many little seeds there are. It's quite a few. So right here, I have a small Ziploc bag, and I like to store my seeds in small Ziploc bags. The key is when you're storing your seeds, they need to be completely dry. So even though I use a Ziploc bag, you can use a paper bag or a jar. Just make sure that the seeds are dry. I like to label the bag so it says Foxglove. It has the color, so I know it's either a pink or a cream color, and they were collected during 2023. It's important to put the year on there because as the years go by, the seeds are less productive, less viable. And so you want to make sure you know how old your seeds are. And then I have a dime here, and the dime just shows you the size of my storage bag, how teeny tiny all these seeds are. And also it just shows you the size of the seed pods next to this to the dime. And I like to use paper folded in half because that helps me funnel the seeds off of the paper into the bag. And also the strainer also helps with just keeping the chaff away from the seeds. So you want to just make sure you're not storing unnecessary material if you can help it. What you're looking at right now on the screen is a close-up shot at what the seed pods as well as the seeds look like. Now, the other key thing to remember is when it comes to storing your seeds, you want to make sure you store them in a cool, dark, and dry location. That's very important. I look forward to starting these seeds this winter during the winter sowing process. I plan on doing that sometime after the new year. So you want to make sure, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my video because I'll be winter sowing a whole ton of seeds. And I might experiment with the foxglove. I think it would be fun to sprinkle some in my yard, see how they do with coming up on their own outdoors. And I might even start a few under my grow lights. I think it's good when it comes to gardening to experiment with different seeds because sometimes one method works better than another. Even though it's winter, there is plenty to do. I know I have a lot to do and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. So until the next video, make it a great day with gardening.